Okay, great.
Recording is on.
Welcome to the Global International Pedagogical Forum, IPF 2020, which I'm representing now. My name is Lilith. Today, my guest is Professor Hossein Keyvani, Professor of Virology at the Iran University of Medical Sciences in Tehran. Professor graduated from Sherbrooke University in Canada and is the founder of the first and the only virology laboratory in private sector in Iran. Honorable Professor, we appreciate that you took time to participate to our forum and answer our questions.
Hello. First of all, I would like to thank the Global Education Forum for inviting me for an interview. And secondly, I would like to thank you for the great job you are doing for spreading awareness concerning this new coronavirus in the world.
Thank you. Honorable Professor, does COVID-19 really exist?
Of course, coronaviruses, including COVID-19, exist, not now, since the beginning of life, they exist, and many other viruses exist. It's maybe interesting to know that about 5 to 8% of our DNA is made of viral DNA. And but they are inactive, they are silent, they don't cause disease. And these viruses are co-evolved with human beings. It's maybe more interesting to know that some of these viruses are beneficial for our immune system and for our health and for nature. But concerning coronaviruses, in humans, since till 2002, there were 2 coronaviruses were known that caused the common cold in winter season. But in 2002, a drastic change happened in situation of coronaviruses with discovery of SARS coronavirus, and in 2012 with discovery of MERS coronavirus, drastic changes happened. And most of these new species were in bats. So coming back to your question, of course they exist ever since the existence of the life.
Is COVID-19 just an ordinary flu or more something serious?
You know, COVID-19 pandemic is the first respiratory pandemic that our generation is experiencing. Actually, it's our lack of experience and lack of expectation that has caught us off guard. We always knew such viruses exist, but never expected such a fast and easy transmissibility from human to human. In fact, it's our lack of knowledge on the virus and its reaction that has made it serious. Otherwise, with the outbreaks of influenza in 1919, that 25 million people died during the first 25 weeks of the emergence of influenza, compared to COVID-19 that till now is around 20 weeks, but only 200,000 people died from this infection. So it's serious, but the seriousness is because of the lack of expectation and lack of experience that our generation has.
Does immunity develop after the virus? And if so, how long can this immunity protect us?
Many studies showed that both innate and adaptive immune responses are involved in the infection with the coronavirus. And main part of disease pathogenesis is due to aberrant immune system and immune response. What we call it cytokine storm. Cytokines are component of immune system that during the infection, they are released from immune cells and they cause somehow the pathogenesis of the virus. But our immune system, around 5 days after infection, they start to react against virus. And the reaction is by development of antibodies that are one of the main components to fight against pathogens, including viruses and specifically COVID-19. Both antibodies, IgM and IgG and IgA, they are developed following the infection, and they are able to neutralize virus. So the immunity after infection exists, and this antibody is able to neutralize virus, and we hope that this antibody response can protect us for many years or forever.
Is self-isolation effective?
The answer is yes and no. You know, self-isolation is effective for elderly, for people with weak immune system, or for people who are infected. They have to isolate themselves in order to avoid transmission of disease to other healthy people, especially elderly. But I think young, healthy people with a strong immune system should be let out to create herd immunity. As long as we have not an effective vaccine or an effective antiviral, we have to try to create a herd immunity. And herd immunity is when 60 to 70% of population, they are somehow infected and became immune. So the vaccine, till we don't have vaccine, we think that this herd immunity can protect us. So self-isolation is good, and it could delay the stop of transmission of infection in the society.
Honorable Professor, is it true that people who have had coronavirus infection cannot get sick again?
You know, since our immune system, both immune systems, cell-mediated immune system and humoral immune system are involved following the infection, and antibody is developed and antibody is able to neutralize virus. So I believe that reinfection would be very rare unless there is some kind of defect in the immune system of individual. I myself, I got infection with COVID-19 and around 2 months ago, and I became immune from infection. I'm trying to expose myself to patients and to the virus in order to find out if I will get infected again or not. And I will test on myself how long is the immune system going to last. I can tell you in future that how long the immunity can protect someone.
When will the vaccine appear?
You know, since the emerging of SARS and MERS, attempts was started for development of an effective vaccine, and these efforts really multiplied. At the time being, there is hundreds of researchers, institutions, and scientists around the world. They are in the race for development of a protective vaccine. These vaccines are based on different platforms, including mRNA, adenoviral vectors, recombinant proteins, and virus-like particles, or VLP. Or using more simple and traditional killed or attenuated vaccines. Some vaccines are already developed, but they should be tested, and we must make sure that they are protective and there is no side effect for them. Depends on the vaccines. I think that we will have good protective vaccines in 1 to 3 years.
Can coronavirus destroy humanity?
Neither coronavirus nor other agents can destroy the human generation. As long as the earth exists, humans are resident of it. Many diseases had come, and many natural disasters happened in the history of mankind, like smallpox, plague, cholera, malaria, and so on. But they gone or controlled, or they are silent, but we are still on the earth. Our creation and our body, our immune system, I think is very intelligent, much more intelligent than viruses. And this immune system can protect us against these agents, and they make us stronger against these viruses and future viruses or future agents that may come to the human population. And I think faith and belief, even belief to supernatural, is very effective to make us, as well as make our immune system stronger. As long as we stand together, united in this fight against COVID-19 or any other external agent which is a threat to mankind, we will always defeat it.
Great. Honorable Professor, thank you very much for your time and for your valuable opinion, and stay healthy and safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And at the end, I would like to assure the viewer that if they keep their faith, follow the guideline of the WHO and the local authorities, and stay united, I think we can all overcome this pandemic together. Thank you very much.
Thank you.